To today's session of Grignard reagents. So this question answers ours. So we'll discuss some questions based on aldehyde and ketones. So this is one reactant. So this reactant on reacting with the phenyl magnesium bromide in presence of acidic hydrolysis, what will be the products? So this is a one ketone compound. So let us see this mechanism to understand this product. So this is our reactant. So this reactant, what happens, this is the Grignard reagent, so phenyl magnesium bromide. So this ketone under this reagent, this will undergo electrophilic effect. So under this electrophilic effect, what will happen, this electron will be displaced towards this oxygens. So what will happen, so this is two bonds in under conjugation, so this will shift toward this side, and negative part of the phenyl will attack on this side, like this one. So again with acidic hydrolysis, so here we will get OH, and under tautomerism we will get this compound as a, and this is a more stable compound. So you can see this is a stable compound is here. So this is the stable product. Now in this reactant, it is again reacting with the methyl magnesium bromide in presence of CO2Br2 and followed by acidic hydrolysis, and we have to find the product. Let us see. So here one thing is different. CO2 that is the cuprous bromide will prevent prevent the stable bond to attacking on this oxygen sides. So there will be 1,2 addition over take place, so it cannot move this side. So let us see this mechanism. So 1,2 reaction will occurs with CO2 cuprous bromide. So this pi bond will not able to resonate with this compound. So in presence of the reagent, first this will shift this side, and before shifting to this pi bond to this side, so this methyl and magnesium bromide will add on up on this side. So oxygen here will be your MgBr, and this side will be methyl. So this will not shift. So this is a more stable compound in presence of cuprous bromide. Again followed by hydrolysis. So you will get here OH, and you will get this product. So this is the one special case with cuprous bromide. So keep in this mind, this is the only special case. So this is your aldehyde, two aldehyde together is there, and you have to put the excess Grignard reagent and followed by acidic hydrolysis. So what will be the product? So this is very easy. So under this electromeric effect, what will happen, this pi electron will shift towards this oxygen, and methyl will attack over here, and magnesium bromide over. Similarly it will attack on this carbon also, then we will do hydrolysis. So mechanism is like this. Let us see this mechanism. So first Grignard will attack over here, so we will get MgBr. Then second case, so first we will not use at hydrolysis over here, this we will use after the second time. So we will get addition of Grignard and MgBr. Now in the second of aldehyde, same things will happen. So we will get product like this one, OMgBr CH3 OMgBr GH3. Now you do acidic hydrolysis. So on doing acidic hydrolysis, we will get finally this product. So this is our answer. So this is a diketone, and followed by epoxide also there. So you have to react with the Grignard reagent first, the second phenyl magnesium bromide, and then acidic hydrolysis. So what will be the products? So definitely this is a diketone, this is more reactive than this oxygen. So here electromeric effect will take place. So when it will take place, here will be MgBr, and again here will be CH3. So in this case, what will happen, this bond becomes weak, so it will cleave. So let us see how mechanism take place. So we can see here, when this Grignard will attack on this carbon after the shifting of pi electrons, so you will get product, and then followed by hydrolysis, you will get here OH. So here two things there, CH3 MgBr, then acidic hydrolysis, both will taken together. Okay. In the next step, phenyl magnesium bromide. So this will take hydrogen from this here. So on taking hydrogen, this becomes oxygen negative, and this becomes phenyl means benzene. So immediately what will happen, this bond will shift this side, and this becomes a ketone, and this become your carboxylic acid. So in second steps, again this phenyl magnesium bromide can react, because this is an excess. So on reacting, this become OH, and this become phenyl. So addition of phenyl magnesium bromide will take place over here, and finally again you will get this alpha hydroxy acid. So this is your alpha carbons. In alpha carbon OH is there, and this is the carboxylic acid. That's why this is called as alpha hydroxy acid. So this is alpha carbon, and this is your beta carbon. So when alpha carbon attached with the carboxylic acid is called alpha carbon. So keep in mind, this is very important. This is very important reactions. So this is a ketonic compound. You have to react with the phenyl magnesium bromide. So definitely electromagnetic effect will take place over here, and this is in conjugation. So this will shift this side. So again, after shifting, acid base reaction will take place. So this becomes your acid. So let us see what is the product. So on phenyl magnesium bromide, so phenyl will attack over here. So on attacking over here, so this becomes your OMGBr. OMGBr again will react with the acid, so we'll get this product. Now why this is not shifting this side? So because this is your aromatic compound is stable, so this is your plus charge. Okay, so there is a many possibility of this product also, major product. Okay, so on forming this major product, so this becomes your OH, hydroxy compounds, and in presence of acid, this is acid. So what will happen? There is a release of minus water molecules, and ClO4 will form with this compound as a salt. So this is a salt of this compound. Okay, one other pathway is also there, but that pathway will be your minor product. So this is a reactant, A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, and this is the product. So we have to find this ABCD. So we have final product, this one. So this is undergoing zinc plus water. So definitely this is undergoing ozonolysis. So here ozone is also missing. So let us see this one. So let us take from this product. This is the product. So let us go with retrosynthesis, means backward synthesis. So this kind of product by using this reagent, so you will get the product must be this one, because this is breaking this bond. So when you break this bond, oxygen will be shifted to this sides, attached to this side. Again we get this product from this reactant by using concentrated H2SO4. So here must be OH. Then again this product we are getting by using hydrolysis. This means this product must be this one. So if you use hydrolysis in this one, so we will get this product. So again we can get this product by using Grignard reagent. So when you Grignard reagent interact with this one, so we will get this product. So this plus this Grignard will give you this product. And again we can get this product from this one by using magnesium in ether, and again we can get this product by using Br2 in presence of sunlight. So A, B, C, these are the different product of this reactions. So this is again one acetyl chloride in presence of magnesium ether. So let's see what product. So magnesium can inserted between this one, because iodine is the most weakest bond. Here we cannot insert, this is the strongest bond. So out of these two, here magnesium will be inserted, because of iodine is a large size and magnesium can be easily inserted in presence of ether. So let us see this mechanism. So in this mechanism you can see magnesium is inserted. This becomes your Grignard reagent. So again Grignard reagent, this is a unstable compound. So in this presence of Grignard, what will happen? There will be internal rearrangement will take place, or internal cyclization will take place, because this can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 member ring. So this carbon will, this is acting as nucleophile, this will attack on this carbon, and this oxygen will shift. So on shifting, what will happen? This will attack here, Cl will go out as a good nucleophile, and then charge on the oxygen will go return back, and we will get this product. So this is the final product of this reaction. So this is a reactant. We have to find the P and Q, and this is the CH3 CH2 MgBr in acidic hydrolysis. So definitely this will attack on this carbon. So let us see how this mechanism take place. So this is the proper mechanism. So under this Grignard reagent, this will pi bond will electron towards this oxygen. So this carbon will attack on this carbon, so we'll get this product. So on hydrolysis we'll get OH over here. So this is the NCO, so double bond oxygen. This is enol, so enol can be written as this one. So again this is reacting with the, you can say this is tautomerize. So after tautomerization we have a strong nucleophile. So this strong nucleophile acting as a base, it will take a acidic hydrogen from here. So after taking acidic hydrogen, this becomes a negative charge. This is a base, so this becomes here like this compound. So after this compound, second is reacting with the methyl iodide. So definitely methyl will attack over here, and iodine will take hydrogen from the base. So we'll get finally this product. So this is our answer. So this is a sulfur with 2 oxygen and Grignard reagent is there. So what is the product? So sulfur is there acting as a Lewis acid. So definitely Grignard will attack on this carbon. Okay, so what will happen? It won't attack this carbon. It is a very strong one over here. So here one hydrogen is this side. So it will take hydrogen over here. So let us see how reaction will occur. So this is acid base reaction like this one. So first Grignard will take hydrogen from here. So this bond will shift this side. This become negative charge. So MgBr will attack. So we'll get this as a salt, or you can say Grignard reagent, another Grignard reagent, another Grignard reagent. So this is the product of this reaction. So this is our reactant. We have to react with the methyl magnesium iodide and ammonium chloride as a solvent. So what are the product of A and B? So B will get on heating in presence of acid. This must be dehydration reaction. So let us see how reaction proceeds. So this is the ketone products. So here addition of Grignard reagent will take place. So addition will be a CH3, here OMG, MgI, and MgI will convert into OH. CH3 will be there. Then again this will react with the acid. So on reacting with the acid, this will be dehydrated as a water. So when this is dehydrated as a water, so this becomes a positive charge. Now come to this side. So this side contains 3 carbon compounds with methyl group is present. Here no methyl is there. Here also same conditions, but this methyl is electron donating. So what will happen? This will donate electron this side. So on donating electron, the electron density on this side is more. So what will happen? This can be shifted to this side. So this will be positive charge. Why? Because this is present, methyl is present over here. So this positive charge is more stabilized due to resonance. You can say this is more stabilized due to resonance due to this methyl group. So what will happen? So in these cases, pi bond can shift this side, not this one. From here pi bond will not be shifting, from here it will be shifting because methyl is present over here. So when it becomes positive charge, then this hydrogen will go into the solution as minus I, not minus I, it is minus I plus H plus as a proton. So this will be deprotonated. So on deprotonating, so again this becomes a pi bond. So when this becomes pi bonds, means this plus this both becomes aromatic compound. So the aromatic compound is more stable. So this is very useful reaction to understand concept.